You've landed on the Shadowpoint Podcast,
where storytelling gets strategic,
branding gets personal,
and snack breaks turn into full-blown branding breakthroughs.
We've got, I think we can break the third wall, right? Fourth wall?
Yeah.
Whichever wall that is, we're going to break it. Thank you for being here, audience. We've got Gabby Bellisario here. We found her, how long ago? It's almost a year now.
Yeah.
Almost a year ago.
I think.
She comes from the real estate industry where I had gone to do a video shoot for her as a realtor. And 10 minutes after meeting you, I was like, I don't have any idea of what you do, but we need you on the team. Like, It's that kind of person, you know, you just meet them and it's like, you've got to have them. And so we chatted a little bit then. And it turns out that she has a film background and so much of what we've been needing on the team. And I'm super stoked to have you with us. And I want to hear more from your perspective of where you've come from and some of your background. And then this is our reboot to our Shadowpoint podcast. It has been a very long time since we've done anything with our podcast. I just haven't known where to go with it. And I've been really busy. And since then, Sean, who helped start the podcast previously, he started his own company called Brand Legend.
Okay.
His focus is really getting into using a brand story and helping them flesh out who they are, what their mission statement, vision statements are.
Yeah.
And then he's also doing film production stuff on his end.
Okay.
So Sean, I still love him. We still work together once in a while. He's just not part of our company right now. And I didn't have a co-host and I didn't want to do a podcast by myself.
Me again.
Here's Gabby. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, and why you're here.
Oh man. Well, I was born and raised here. So I moved, but the last couple of years I'd been in Florida and Texas. So I went to film school in Florida and I loved it. I'd been working at a church for like 5 or 6 years before then. So I really had to make sure I liked the creative things. And I went and I fell in love with screenwriting. Truly, I don't think I recommend film school, but it gave me, if I went for nothing else other than the screenwriting portion of it, so worth it. I ate it up. It just helped me unlock how to think in story, and it was so different than what I thought. And so I moved back home, I think a year ago, because I got married. So whole shift and change of life, and I was in real estate, which is, as we all know, not my forte. But I've been learning so much, and my mentor recommended you because you had been doing all of her videos. And so we went out there and I had pretty much a half-baked idea that was somewhere between April Ludgate and Someone Nicer, kind of a mood that I wanted. I said, my vibe is a little bit awkward and the audio trails off. So if you can help me figure out what that looks like in a real estate video. And you did. That's how we met. And we just really hit it off. It was clear that there was just an ease creatively, and where I was like, is that really dumb? Is that a dumb idea? You would kind of pick it up, and that flow is really rare. So when you find it, you're like, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
I think you said, I don't know what or how, I don't think I have a job for you, but we need to work together. I was like, great, hire me. So that's been such a blessing. And since you have kind of shifted from just real estate photography and videography to full-blown marketing agency, which is kind of what we're still exploring, even more in the commercial space and scripting, and kind of still on board with the brands and helping them, but less of the helping them define who they are and helping it bring it out. Like, you know who you are, let's help you put that on display with visuals and story.
Yep. That's really where our agency is going. And again, that's why we still use Sean at times, is because he's really good at pulling that out of people.
Totally.
But the longer we've done this, the more we're finding what we're really good at. One of my mentors, we were having a conversation, and he was just kind of helping me think through what we're doing and how we need to approach people and what our ideal audience is. And his scenario was like, basically it's like an aircraft carrier. These businesses that we're serving, they need to be an aircraft carrier. They're built, they're sailing, they're functioning, they're a fantastic piece of machinery. Our job is to come in and paint the ship and make it look pretty,
polish,
and show people where to land.
Right.
We're not building the ship for people. And I just don't think we have that expertise, and I don't think that's something that we're really leaning into at this point. Now, not to say we don't do it in the future, I don't know. Depends on who God brings. But that's really our focus now, and our goal is, as this agency, taking these businesses and brands that are amazing companies and putting them on display and really helping them succeed in the digital space where they've succeeded everywhere else so far.
Right.
And yeah, back to Gabby coming on board. Again, you guys all know I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. My faith is a huge part of why we're doing what we're doing, and God has blessed in so many ways our company and what we're doing. Like I started this 5 years ago thinking I would be a solo photographer in the real estate industry, and now we're a team of 6 and doing full service digital marketing agency work. And I'm just looking back, I can see God's hand in so many ways, bringing these people in and building this team. And Gabby's one of them. Your faith and your joy in Christ has been such a blessing on our team. And I think that's what's created so much of this synergy, is we're coming to all of these creative things with the same foundation of this is for the kingdom.
Yeah.
And we're going to honor God in what we're doing, and we're going to do the heckin' best we can do.
Right.
Because of where we come from and what we believe where we're going. So that's another reason you've been a phenomenal fit on the team.
I'm so
glad. And I think since the last podcast, we brought Hallie on. Mm-hmm. Hallie is
She's right before me.
She's another graphic designer. Yeah, she was right before you, actually. So she's another graphic designer, and on the real estate side, she functions as our scheduling assistant.
She wears a lot of hats.
She does.
She does a lot of things.
Let's be real. We're all wearing several hats right now. But yeah, Hallie's been on the team. We'll have to introduce her when she comes down soon. That'd be fun. And yeah, that's kind of a quick, I don't know if it's quick or not, but that's an update for who Gabby is and what we're doing here. The last time we had the podcast going, we were kind of pushing into our marketing agency. We were still really strong in real estate work. The real estate is still going. That's about 60% of what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But that other 40% has really grown into full service marketing. And talk a little bit about your vision for where your role is going in all of this. With the background that you have, it's taken our video work to a completely different level, something I could never have done. And I'm super excited to see how that plays into this retainer marketing work that we're doing with companies, whether that's ad creation or whatever. But talk a little bit about your vision for where that's going.
Man, I get giddy when we've had proposals for like local businesses. Like, I would love to do that. It is crazy how many businesses keep functioning and running without anything too strong outside of word of mouth. And I think we're in a very unique point in time where the smartphone has leveled the playing field and makes anybody a filmmaker in a way. And so because there's so much content out there, it's hard to stand out. And the beast that is social media is really hard to take on because it's every single day. And it's an algorithm that's constantly changing. And I think something we're passionate about is empowering businesses to run their business. And we want to help tell their story and who they are. I think most people don't know how to phrase what they're doing. I think, but I should remember this quote because I quote it a lot. I don't know if it was Roosevelt who said, if I had more time, I would have written less. And it's a skill set. It's a skill set to say something with clarity and with intent and be specific without saying too much. I think most of us can just kind of keep rambling. And so that is kind of the power of story, especially right now where you have our attention span is just getting smaller and smaller. And so that plays into our advantage where AI still can't do that well. Can't replicate a person's passion, a person's vision and heart. And I think that's something that highlights with the brands that we work with. The clearer vision that they have, the more that we can run with that. They have real heart and real goals for what they want to do. It's so much easier to just put that on display.
Can you give us a quick idea of what it looks like? Say we have a brand and they need a marketing video, right? What is it that you do that's different? Try and help people understand a little bit of that process for you.
Well, I stalk them very hard. I look at their website to get, which usually gives me the strongest impression about their speaking voice, but a lot of it tends to be pretty corporate. So sometimes whatever our connection is to them will help give, like, she's super lighthearted, they're very stern or very data driven. I'll usually get some insight from that side of stuff. But what
really setting the tone for what you were going
to and who their audience is. Are they appealing to corporate people? Are they appealing to small businesses, moms? Really cater the voice to that. But I get a good impression of what their goal is, what they do, and what sets them apart. And I honestly just pull a lot from shows that I'm watching or movies that I'm watching that have story techniques that stand out to me. Because story is just the through line, that it's a good vehicle to say something without having to say it exactly in your face. It's a great metaphor, and people just resonate and connect with it. So lots of scripting, and a mix of visuals. A large part of it is visuals, and we've been talking more about music, and it sets the tone for. It's giving you a clue how to feel about something of a video that you're watching. In a movie, you do that all absentmindedly. They'll play like a quirky track, and even though the shot might look a little eerie, you're like, oh, it's playful. It's telling me I have permission to not be scared because, oh, this is going to be silly. So we really tried to do that for any brand that we work with.
It's taken so much of what I used to do and still do. I mean, there's different tools to write for different things, right? But traditionally, it's always been interview, talking head, and B-roll. It's very corporate, sometimes that's the right tool for the job, right? But not all the time. And whether it's real estate or corporate work, that's all that we've been able to do. And that's 90% of what everybody does out there until you move into more of like a Hollywood vibe or a really high-end production agency where they start scripting these interviews or they create these ads. That tell the same story that an interview would tell, but in something that's so much more entertaining or informative, valuable to the viewer, to get them engaged. And it helps our brands win because that boosts the engagement, that boosts the sales rate, that boosts everything when your audience wants to see what you're putting out. They're not expecting another talking head. Though those are useful sometimes. It's just
they have their place.
They do.
And it's just so much more fun. Like, even when we've done interviews that we've done for like a line or something, you do need to structure it. Like, we just respond to a beginning, middle, and end. If we leave it floating out there and it didn't land on anything, we need closure for that. And that's kind of the part that we're appealing to and really capitalizing on. It's so much more effective and it's so much more fun. It brings across your personality, the things that you value, gives you an impression of the workplace, the people that we're working with. It's just more fun. I don't know why we would do it the other way.
Educating people along this process has been a lot of fun as well. Because they don't necessarily see that difference until
I don't get it.
We've gotten that so many times. Oh my word. People just don't understand. And that's great. I didn't understand until I saw the end product of what you did. I'll be honest, I was kind of skeptical in the first few that we produced together, and I was like, I don't know where this is going. Until it comes together in the edit, and I'm like, that was her vision. Okay, totally get it now. But yeah, fun stuff coming up, guys. This whole scripting thing, I think we're going to start implementing this in our podcast as well. Today was just kind of a free flow. Let's just introduce Gabby. She was super uncomfortable with it. It's been great. But I'm excited to get this podcast rolling again and just get more content out there, share more of what we're doing, hopefully give some good education. I don't know, maybe bring on some of our other team on an audio version or audio video. But But yeah, there's a lot of possibility. Gabby's going to be heading up a lot of this structure, and I'm excited to have that coming. So thank you guys for listening. Have a great one, and we'll hopefully be in touch next week or the week after, whenever we get the next one up.
Absolutely.